Hi Tyler, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your hitting analysis on your video. Excuse me. We're going to talk about your setup, your swing plane, your position at contact, how you get your lower half involved, and your finish. Okay, let's talk about your setup. Things that we like are having your feet parallel like this. That's good. Things we don't like is how narrow you are. Okay. Most guys set up a little wider than that. As big as you are, you probably want to too. Give you a better foundation for your swing. Your hands are high enough to create a downward angle to your swing plane, so from that standpoint you're fine. Let's see what you do when you stride. Okay. Okay, so it looks like you go from a nice parallel stance to an open stance. Okay, anytime that front foot comes open like that, Tyler, your front hip's going to come open too. And that makes it harder to do some things later on during the swing process that need to be done. So my suggestion would be is when you stride to have your back foot look your front foot look just like your back foot. That would be key for you to keep that front hip involved in your swing. Okay, and you know you get to a pretty good place as far as the width of your legs and your foundation, so you're okay there. Just make sure that when you take that big a stride, Tyler, from there all the way to there, okay, it's hard to get your foot to land in the same place every time. If you think about the hundreds and thousands of swings you're going to take over your career, and you've got to make sure you're landing in the same spot. If you're landing different each time, it's going to be more difficult to be repeatable with your swing. So everything we do from a standpoint of setup is you want to be simple, that you can repeat over and over and over again. So taking a smaller stride, widening out in your setup and taking a smaller stride might be more beneficial to you. Okay? Okay, let's talk about your swing plane, your angle of attack with the barrel. Okay, very good. Good downward angle to the baseball. Get flat where you're supposed to. Nothing wrong with that at all. I wouldn't change your swing plane one bit. Let's talk about your position at contact. Talk about some angles. Okay, that's a real good angle. That's a good angle. Head slot's got a good angle behind the baseball. That's a good angle. Your front leg is at a good angle. So everything good there. Your back foot is really good. The position of where you are on the ball of your foot there, I like that. The only angle that I don't, there's two angles that I don't, one angle I don't like, just your front foot. It being open instead of being more square. Okay? The reason why that's important, Tyler, is because in order to get our lower half involved, which we're going to go to next, we have to drive this knee down to the inside of your front foot. And the more that you let that thing open up, the less amount of resistance you can create by pushing against it. When it's closed and you push against it, you're creating a bunch of resistance. When you let that foot slide open, you decrease the amount of resistance you can create. And when you decrease the amount of resistance you create, you're going to decrease the amount of bat speed you can create. When you decrease the amount of bat speed you create, you decrease the amount of power you have. So we want to make sure that we are creating as much energy as we can out of your body. And the way to do that is to try to keep that front foot a little more closed. Okay? Because everything else is really good. You know, this is a great angle. You let the ball travel. Your left arm is great, your head slot's good, your back leg is good, your back foot is good. It's just that front foot that we need to do some work on. Okay, so let's get rid of some lines here. Let's check out your finish, what you do with your hands. Okay. Okay, for me right now, Tyler, you're a little bit too much still on your back side. Okay, see this kind of backwards C you got going on here? That way. The angle of your spine. You're leaning back too much. I can't tell right now whether you've transferred your weight forward or not. Okay, it's called being stuck on the back side. You should be right now, you're at probably still at 60-40 with the weight on your back side. Right now you should be 50-50. Half your weight should be on one side of the line, half your weight should be on the other side of the line. So you should be standing up more and more, kind of what we call stacked at this point when you're making your finish. Okay, as far as where your finish goes, you know, the kind of the rule of thumb, Tyler, is the higher the better. The higher the better. You take it around your body a little bit, which will cause you to probably hit more balls to your pull side than you want to. So, you know, from a standpoint, let's go through another swing. See how consistent you are. So set up the same, see where you stride to. So now that time your foot comes down shorter, which makes it, you know, more difficult for you to again repeat what you're doing every time. You have to be repeatable. It starts with those 2 feet of yours. Okay. Still a very good position there. Now we just got to have you keep going forward, not lean back after contact. And we want that barrel to go from here to go up here and not around your body. Okay, not around your shoulder. Up, up, up. As high as you can get it. Okay, let's check out your last swing. Okay, so you start, your left foot starts, your front foot starts exactly the same place every time. But now you see that stride's even different. Yeah, see how much you're leaning back. So it's going to be pretty difficult for you to be consistent and be repeatable until you get your feet straightened away. Because they stride someplace different every single time. Now this swing, it's like your plane is kind of more uphill. Yeah, kind of more uphill. Even when the pitch is high, Tyler, you want to still think of going downhill to get the baseball. Got to start downhill. You start uphill, you're going to get fly balls. And people catch fly balls. They don't catch line drives very often. So a lot of good stuff in that swing. We just got to get those feet squared away. I wouldn't change your setup a little bit, get a little wider. Your swing plane for the most part is pretty good. Your position of contact, except for that front foot, is really good. And we already talked about your lower half, so and some changes in your finish. So, but keep up the good work, Tyler. Enjoyed working with you last week at the camp in Seattle, and look forward to seeing you at another ABC baseball camp.